YouTube. We back at it, baby. It's your boy Numbers Fan Jay. I apologize for the delay, man. First off, I want to thank the man above. Just graduated college, man. Man, awesome feeling. So many people I want to thank. Of course, all my family, all my friends, everybody that supported me along the way, man. I made it in 4 years, man. No setbacks, nothing. You know, I had to take some summer classes. Had to go through a whole bunch of different stuff, man, to get this done, but I did it, man. I didn't do it on my own, so I can't take credit for all of that. Everybody that supported me, man. Everybody, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. But anyway, as we get into it, man, we almost there. We almost there. We got we finally at the conference finals in the NBA. We finally here. We down to 4 teams. But before we get into the predictions for those teams, we gotta get into the reactions from the second round. What a round, man. This round was filled with all type of different stuff. This was buzzer beaters, upsets. Not really upsets, but more so surprising outcomes. Couple knick-knack injuries here or there. But without further ado, let's get into it. As y'all remember from last video, as I'm reading these stats, take into account that I'm going off of the teams that are remaining in this in the playoffs. So when I say last, I mean like fourth, because there are 4 teams remaining. When I say best, I mean first out of those 4 remaining teams, etc. If you didn't watch the last video, please go watch that, man. Show me some love. Talk to me, man. What's going on? Tell me what y'all think. But anyway, straight into it. So we'll start off with one of the best series that we've had all postseason, with the Trailblazers edging the Nuggets 4-3 in Game 7 in Denver. What a series for the Trailblazers, who pull out another kind of unlikely series to win. If you've been watching them all year, you've been watching the Nuggets all year. Nuggets, number 2 seed, feel like they had the tools to get to at least the conference finals this year. They came up short. They ended up in another Game 7 after a Game 7 against the Spurs, which they won. But no games in the series were won by 10 or more points. So that tells you how the series went. There was a 4 overtime game, quadruple overtime. Like, you rarely ever see that, even in the regular season. Quadruple overtime is very rare. Those games are very special. Man, it would have been a heck of a game to be at. The atmosphere is like, some people are like, God, get it over with. And other people are like, man, I could stay here and watch them play all night if I have to. But it was amazing. And it's kind of hard to say that because the Nuggets aren't really that fun to watch. But anyway, both teams shot 33% from the three-point line, so it wasn't a lot of outside shooting in this series. Getting into the Nuggets, they allowed a 44% field goal percentage, which went down from the 46% they allowed against the Spurs. So that's a good thing. They shot 81% from the free throw line. That's a big plus. They went up from 74% against the Spurs. They were the worst remaining free throw shooting team coming into this game. So that was a little key that I harped on in the last video. 10 turnovers is down from the 9 turnovers they had against the Spurs. 6.9 steals a game is up from the 4 steals they had against the Spurs. 5.7 blocks is up from the 3.6 blocks against the Spurs. So their numbers really did get better. They really tried to elevate their game to the best of their ability. I think this series tells us that the Nuggets need a closer, man. Over anything else, there were several close games. I feel like every game was close. Like, no game being decided by 10 or more points says everything. They need a closer, man. And Jokic being the Joker being their best player, I mean, it's cool, but who's gonna make the shots other than him? Who's gonna take the pressure off of him? The Joker's a great player. I'm not taking anything away from him, but he's not Dirk Nowitzki, man. He's not gonna knock down all these clutch shots all the time for his team. They're gonna need to get somebody in there. For example, my Miami Heat, we brought in Deion Waiters a few years ago. Not this past year when he was injured, but the year before that, he turned into our closer. He was the guy that drained the big shot for us when we needed. We just give him the ball. It doesn't matter if he was having a bad shooting night or a good shooting night. He was the one we wanted to shoot the ball in the clutch. The Nuggets haven't really figured that out yet. Pending 2019 free agents for the Nuggets, Paul Millsap, he has a team option, and Isaiah Thomas. Both key players to the team. Isaiah Thomas took on more of a mentor role this year. Didn't really see a lot of minutes. 2020, their free agents are Jamal Murray, Torrey Craig, and Malik Beasley. Just notable free agents for them for the next year. So, tough on the Nuggets. Congrats to the Trailblazers. You made it another round. Trailblazers are looking more and more like how the Warriors first started off. They got two guards that are shooting really well, and somehow they're advancing in the playoffs. So we'll see. By the way, guys, I'm 9-3 in the playoffs in my predictions. This was one that I got right. I said Trailblazers in 4. They got it done in 7. They still got it done, though. So give me that one. 9-3, y'all, overall. But anyway, let's keep going. Get kind of thirsty talking to y'all. Anyway, 76ers Raptors, another 7-game series. You know what I wrote on here, guys? I got the 76ers get bounced by the Raptors. Crazy finish to the series, man. You got Embiid crying. You got Kawhi going crazy. You got everybody in the 6 going crazy. You got Drake with his shorts. He's wearing the 76ers shorts. Like, yeah, I cursed the other team this time. It's just a whole bunch going on here, but let's get into it. The 76ers were the highest scoring team coming into this game. They went down from 122 points a game against the Nets in the first round to just 98 points. I mean, we could say that we expect their numbers to decrease because they're playing a better team. I mean, come on. But they were rebounding 53 a game. They went down from that as well. They rebounded 45 a game against the Raptors. They shot 34% from the 3 again, so they are not shooting well outside. They haven't been shooting well outside in the playoffs. Big thing for them, 16 turnovers a game. We'll get into that in a minute. But let's talk about this Game 7. This Game 7, yo, we're not even going to talk about the shot from Kawhi that bounced 4 times off the rim, 4 different spots, and still went in. We're not going to talk about that because I'm sure y'all heard about that already. But we are going to get into what the 76ers did wrong or what they failed to capitalize on. Joel Embiid went 6 for 18. He had 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks. He was 1 for 6 from the three-point line. He had 4 turnovers, but he had a +10 plus-minus. So when he was on the court, he was doing good things. He just was not shooting well. His only 3 came at the perfect moment in the fourth quarter. Late in the game when they needed a bucket to tie it up. I think that actually took the lead for them by 1 point. Joel Embiid, he played his heart out, man, but nobody in this game shot exceptionally well. There was not one person that took at least 10 shots that shot exceptional. So won't even act like he's just a big standout, like, what are you doing type of player in this game, but he didn't play as good as he could have. In a game where Embiid took 18 shots, Butler took 14. J.J. Redick took more shots than Tobias Harris. J.J. took 11. Tobias Harris took just 9. Harris was taking 14 shots a game during the regular season. So my question is, what is his future with this team? He comes over in the middle of the season and everybody's like, wow, I think the 76ers are now the favorite in the East, you know? They had them making the finals. That's how good of a pickup this was because Tobias Harris is an impact player. He's not, I wouldn't say he's like the best at his position. I wouldn't go that far. But this guy gets buckets. That's what he does. That's why they brought him in. And he only takes 9 shots in a Game 7, a game that you need to win to move on. He takes less shots than J.J. Redick? Y'all got some decisions to make, man. For real. Pending free agents for the 76ers this year. Listen to this. Jimmy Butler. J.J. Redick. Tobias Harris. Amir Johnson. T.J. McConnell. Furkan Korkmaz. Boban Marjanovic. The big, huge guy, okay, that's like reaching the rim without jumping at all, just dropping it in the basket. That guy, he's a free agent. And Mike Scott. These are all notable players for the free agency for the 76ers this summer. As soon as this postseason is over, these players are free agents. In 2020, Ben Simmons is a restricted free agent. So y'all have a lot of decisions to make. The process is now here. Trust the process is over with. The process is now. So who are you keeping? Who is your real core? Who do you care about? We're going to see that when it comes time to make these decisions. And it's right around the corner. It's coming up. But too bad for the 76ers. Congrats on the Raptors, man. I didn't think they were going to make it this far, honestly. When they had, you know, over the offseason, we were saying how Kawhi didn't want to play. He might sit out, and now he's leading a team. He didn't play well at all, but we'll get into all of that, man. Back to the turnovers. So the turnovers with the 76ers, they were leading. They had the most turnovers in the postseason, by far. Most turnovers. And that clearly took away, it takes away shots, man. You can't not make outside shots and turn it over and be trying to battle on the boards at the same. Like, that's not a good formula. And that goes back to the coach. Like, there are several people that can be blamed for the way that the 76ers lost this series, but the coach is definitely one of them. Wouldn't say he needs to be fired or anything like that, but it's just some questionable things. Like, there's no way, if I'm the coach, there's no way I'm only allowing Tobias Harris to take 9 shots. I'm drawing up plays for him because Embiid's not really working. He was 5 for 9, so that's not really, nothing about that says stop giving him the ball. Nothing about that. I understand you want to get your 2 players, Embiid and Butler, going, but at some point you got to say, hey, Tobias isn't playing bad. So we need to get him the ball. We need to get him involved. But anyway, moving right on, man. The Celtics fall to the Bucks 4-1. I got this completely wrong. Bucks fans, I apologize. The few of you there are. I apologize, man. I had no clue that this was going to happen. I had no clue. I had the Celtics winning. I can't even remember how. I think I had them winning in 6 or 7. Don't quote me on that. It's another video. But this was the most shocking series to me. After game 1, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good. You know, I'm about to get another series right. You already know. No. Not at all. Celtics. Let's break this down for y'all, man. Game 1, I told y'all Rozier and Hayward is greater than the Bucks bench. I told y'all that. So let's go through what happened. Game 1, Rozier and Hayward combined for 24 points off the bench. Amazing. Boom. Good blowout win for the Celtics. I'm feeling like a genius. Neither player made more than 3 field goals in any of the 4 games following that. Think about that. Neither one of them made more than 3 field goals. That's ridiculous. That locker room really exposed itself after game 1. They got up. After they got that win, they were like, oh, none of this matters. We're going to breeze through this one, you know. No. It's all right to have confidence. There's a difference between confidence and cockiness. Not only that, but when they went down, I couldn't really feel like them being a unit, losing together. I felt like it was just egos everywhere, man. It was a combination of lack of chemistry and an abundance of egos that took this team down. Like, there's no way that the Celtics are not in the conference finals right now. There's no way. We have Bucks and Raptors. Who picked these two? Like, honestly, be real. But they got outplayed by George Hill. Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward got outplayed by George Hill and Pat Connaughton. Y'all don't understand me. I think I gotta break this down a little bit further. So George Hill and Pat Connaughton outscored Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward off the bench 97 to 42 after game 1. Game 1, Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward combined for 24, like I said, to George Hill and Pat Connaughton's 14 points. After that game, 97 to 42? No. You got to be kidding me, because Pat Connaughton? We know George Hill. We've seen him before. But Pat Connaughton is giving you the business. Giving you the business off the bench. Pending free agents 2019 for the Celtics: Al Horford, Kyrie Irving, Marcus Morris. That's 3 starters right there. Terry Rozier is a restricted free agent. Daniel Theis restricted. Aaron Baines restricted. 2020, Jaylen Brown and Gordon Hayward are both free agents. What's it going to be, Celtics? You already got Terry Rozier in an interview today said that he would not want to come back and play if this roster came back. This player said that on First Take. There was no sugarcoating. They said, would you want to come play if this roster comes back just how it is next year? He said no. He doesn't want to walk back into that. That's a huge problem. Players feel that way after this season? After last year, y'all getting to the conference finals, almost making it to the NBA finals. Y'all take a step back, getting Kyrie in the game, getting Gordon Hayward healthy. Y'all take a step backwards? This team has more questions to answer than the 76ers do. But congratulations to the Bucks. First time making the finals think since 2001, I believe. Congratulations, Bucks. Celtics, get it together, man. It's ridiculous. All right, for real. Let me stop dancing. Warriors handled the Rockets 4-2. I told y'all it was going to be 5, but it was 6. I told y'all, man, stop playing with them boys, man. The Rockets did not improve, and I told y'all the Rockets did not improve. They did not. James Harden elevated his game through the free throws. Let's be honest. The free throws, if you take off the number of free throws that he averaged, if you take all of those off, he's right there with Paul George. They're right there tit for tat. But anyway, before I get to harping on James Harden again, he didn't disappear this time. So we cannot blame this on James Harden. We're not even going to do that. All right? But it's not Harden, okay? It's not the rebounding, because they out-rebounded the Warriors. They blew them out the water. It wasn't even close. There were 2 games where it was 55-35 Houston, and they lost. So that's never been a problem for them. The problem here is they have an identity crisis, man. Let me go through the shooting stats for this team, man. Game 1, from the three-point line, the Houston Rockets shot 14 of 47. Game 2, 17 of 40. Game 3, 18 of 42. Game 4, 17 of 50. Game 5, 12 of 41. Game 6, 17 of 39. Why are they taking this many shots if it is yet to win them, to get them to a title, much less win one? D'Antoni's been here 3 years with plenty of talent. He's always had CP3, James Harden. He even had Melo 1 year for a little bit. I mean, it didn't really, y'all know the story behind that. But okay, I'm sorry for bringing that up. I apologize. But he's had the talent. He's had the talent. Why is this the formula if it's not working? I don't get it. So I don't expect him to be fired. I'm not even going to say that. I don't like the way that he coaches this team, but I don't expect him to be fired because they make the playoffs every year. They always contend. But after next year, if they don't take that next step, I do expect him to be moved. I honestly do. Because this formula, this ISO ball, this throw up threes and only do layups, don't even try mid-range jumpers, that's not working, man. The NBA is about taking what the defense gives you. We know that from watching the game. So if they give you the mid-range, like Utah gave them the mid-range and they didn't take it, you're not going to make it, man. Take advantage. Take advantage. Take it. If you want it, go take it. They don't want to do that. They're coaching based off analytics, and it's not working. Pending free agents for the Rockets: Gerald Green, Nene, Iman Shumpert, Daniel House, Kenneth Faried, Austin Rivers. Although none of these players are necessarily core players, they are key players off of the bench for this team. 2020 is Eric Gordon. He is a core player. So my advice, even though I've never coached, I have been watching for a little while though. Get a small forward. I keep saying this. Get a small forward. Daniel House is not getting it done. Eric Gordon is not a small forward. Get a small forward. Get a power forward. They don't have to be absolutely blow everybody out of this water. But if you can just get somebody to fill those shoes, like Trevor Ariza did, you'll be perfectly fine. I guarantee you're going to get there. If you just get somebody on that level, Trevor Ariza's level, with the way James Harden has been playing, you will get there. But playing like this, all these threes, no mid-range, no small forward, no power forward, it's not going to work, yo. It's not going to work. And that's all I have to say on that. Thank you, Warriors, for handling business like I said you would. Thank you, Rockets, for wasting our time again. Moving on, man. Conference Finals predictions, man. I'm grabbing the wrong paper. Where is it? There we go. Here we go, baby. Warriors, Trailblazers. Let's get into it. Warriors, highest scoring team remaining. Highest field goal percentage. Highest three-point percentage. Last in defensive rebounds. Last overall rebounding out of the 4 teams. First in assists at 28 assists a game. Last in turnovers. 14 turnovers a game. Out of the remaining teams, they are last in turnovers. They draw the most fouls. This team's record is 8-4. They are 4-2, both home and away. So this team plays like the Warriors play, home and away. There's no doubt about it. There's no, well, what if we get this type of Warriors team? This Warriors team is the same team we've been watching. Trailblazers attempt the most field goals of any team remaining. They have the lowest field goal percentage. They shoot the least threes. They have the most offensive rebounds a game, 11.8. They are last in assists, 18.3 assists. They play a lot of ISO ball with Dame and CJ, and they just don't. Sometimes the ball doesn't move. last in steals, commit the least fouls of all the teams remaining, all 4 of them. Last in plus minus at plus 1.3. They're used to close games, clearly. They are 8-4. They are 5-1 at home. 3-3 on the road. This team has to play better on the road this series. They cannot not win a game on the road this series. It's not going to work. Warriors have the advantage there. And it'll be quick. Because you give the Warriors a 2-0 lead and this series is done. I guarantee you it is. They got to find a way to steal game 1 tonight. If they don't, they better find a way to win game 2. Because 2-0 is not where you want to be against the defending champs. I don't care if you're going home to a 5-1 record or not. This team does not play. They do everything how it's supposed to be done. They play defense. They shoot threes. They will harp on your mistakes. They will take advantage of every mistake you make. So, without further ado, let's get into the keys to the game. Steph is playing exceptional in KD's absence. I told y'all when KD went down on Facebook, man. I said it's time for Steph to do what he does. He's been waiting on it. He's been waiting on. You could tell at times during the season, even at times during the postseason, Steph would just get a ball to KD, run to the other side of the court, get out the way. Now he gets to create. He gets to go back to MVP stuff. Chef Curry with the shot. Oh, yes. I knew when that happened, I said, yes, that's exactly what he wanted. Not to say he wanted KD to get hurt, but he wanted the spotlight back. He got that. Since KD went down, Steph is 14 for 29 for 49 points. 6 for 14 from the three-point line. When he went down in that last game, he was, I believe he was 5 for 9. Yeah, he was 5 for 9. 2 for 3 from the three-point line for 16 points. So, keys to the game for the Warriors is Steph taking and making big shots. It's going to happen. Steph taking and making big shots is going to happen. But this is a series that will show many the gap between, if there is any, between the Warriors backcourt and the Trailblazers backcourt. It's that simple. We'll see the difference between 2 champions and 2 people that haven't been there before. But we will also see if these 2 are hungry enough to get it done by themselves. Because with the lack of Nurkic, taking that dimension, that extra dimension away from this team, I don't know if they can get it done. I'm actually picking the Warriors here, but I will get into the keys for the Trailblazers. So the Trailblazers are, the keys for them, Dame and CJ will perform. We know they're going to show up. We know they're not going to be like 5 points, 10 points, nothing like that. But they need help from players like the less famous Curry brother, Seth Curry. They need help from people like him and Enes Kanter, who will have a size advantage all series when Andrew Bogut is not on the court. If the Trailblazers want to have a chance in this one, they must use their big men's strength in screen setting and outside shooting. That's where they are strong at with their big man. They have to use that in order to beat the Warriors this series. They got to space the floor, try to get easy buckets inside, as well as draining shots on the outside to try to slow down the high-powered Warriors, who are not afraid of anybody. They're looking for a three-peat, one of the hardest accomplishments in the NBA. But I'm taking the Warriors, man. I'm actually going to take the Warriors in. If the Warriors lose game 1, I'm taking them in 6. If they don't lose game 1, I'm taking them in 5. Mark it down. Finally, the Bucks and the Raptors. The Raptors have the highest free throw percentage of any team remaining in the playoffs. They are the lowest scoring team at 103 points per game. They are last in field goals attempted, last in three-point percentage at 32%, last in free throws attempted at 20 a game, last in offensive rebounds at 7, first in turnovers at only 11.8 turnovers a game, first in steals at 8.3 steals a game, last in blocks at 4 blocks a game, and they draw the least fouls of any team remaining. So, moving over to the Bucks. The Bucks shoot the most three-pointers out of the remaining teams, they shoot 42 a game themselves. So, much like the Rockets, they are relying really heavily on the three-pointer. They attempt the most free throws as well, so they get to the line. They're shooting 27 free throws a game. That's a lot. Lowest free throw percentage, though. So they're shooting 73% from the free throw line. As much as they shoot, you would think that they would shoot a higher percentage. But they're the best defensive rebounding team and best rebounding team overall remaining in the playoffs. They are first in blocks at 6.7 blocks a game. They commit the most fouls. They still boast the highest plus minus at plus 15.3. So this team is used to just getting out in front and coasting. They're used to it. This team is 8-1 in the playoffs. 4-0 on the road. They have not lost a game on the road. They know how to go away from home and come back with a dub. They know how to do it. Their lowest road score this postseason has been 113. Their highest road score was 127. So they're going to go on the road and they're going to give you buckets all night. You better find a way to slow down Giannis and these boys. Speaking of Giannis, he's scoring 27 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and shooting 52% from the field. I believe he's shooting about 32% from the three-point line. Keys to the game for the Bucks: keep playing with intensity and keep controlling the paint. They remind me of Duke earlier this year, how they had controlling this paint, man. With Zion, how Zion was down there blocking everything, grabbing the boards, all of their big men. The Bucks have so much length, man. That's why they're getting so many blocks. That's why they're getting so many boards. Length pays off. It's kind of like speed in football. Speed kills, length kills in the NBA. You think length, you think Magic Johnson, you think KD, you think Giannis, you think people with long wingspans, man. It's so hard to beat teams like that. And they know, especially when they're intelligent, they have high basketball IQ, and this team does. They cannot afford to give up game one against this Raptors team who's riding on emotions, coming off an emotional win against the 76ers game 7. Like I said, the shot bounced 4 times on the rim. Crazy, man. They can't let this happen. They cannot let game 1 go to the Raptors. If they do, Raptors have a good chance of winning this series, man. But Hill and Connaughton can be the unsung heroes again in this series. They can do it again if they have to. Hopefully they don't have to, but they really can. They can do it, man. Raptors, you want to talk MVP? Kawhi is like, you want to talk MVP, Giannis? Kawhi is scoring 31 a game. 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 53% from the field, 40% from the three-point line, and 86% from the free throw line, man. It's so exciting to see, man. People are saying that he's the second coming of Jordan. I was like, hold on, whoa. Hold on. Calm down. Let him be Kawhi. Stop trying to compare everybody to Jordan, man. He's gone. He's not playing anymore. Let him be Kawhi. This team is 8-4. 6-2 at home. 2-2 on the road. So they have to play better on the road. Keys to the game: get to the line. This team is the highest free throw percentage of the remaining team. They're shooting 82% from the line. But they're attempting just 20 free throws. Why? Force your way to the line, man. Make this game slow for the Bucks, especially when you get at home, because the Bucks being undefeated, you slow that game down in Toronto, Start hitting free throws, frustrating these Bucks players, man, that haven't been to the finals. Come on, man. Y'all can do it. I know y'all can. Just make the game slow, man. Force the Bucks into outside jumpers, not paint shots. Do not let them get into the paint. Even when you do let them get into the paint, don't be afraid to foul them. This team shoots 73%. The Bucks shoot 73% from the free throw line. That's your advantage right there. The free throws live at the line if you're the Raptors. Make this a free throw game. Make this a free throw series. If they make this a free throw series, my money is on the Raptors every time. But the Bucks, I'm going to have to roll with them, man. I love what I'm seeing from Giannis. They're just dominating, man. They're dominating. They're dominating. It's hard to pick against this team because they don't lose. It's that simple. They don't lose. They don't even if they show a weakness, they show a strength in another area you didn't think that was a strength. So it's just like, what do you do? What do you do, honestly? I'm going with the Bucks, man. Giannis, this is your year. This is your year. The Bucks have a bigger chance than people think to win the championship. They can compete with anybody in this league, man. I'm picking the Bucks. Going Bucks in 7. I'm going another 7-game series. So I'm going Bucks, Warriors. Thank y'all for watching, man. Tell me what y'all think. No, I done got some series wrong, but I'm telling y'all, I'm promising y'all, you're going to see Warriors Bucks. That's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to see, YouTube. I can't wait. All right, though. Let me know what y'all think, man. Leave a comment. Share this video. Like, dislike if you please. Thank y'all for watching, man. Numbers Fan J, the graduate. We out of here, man.